Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Innkeeper, and today I would like to welcome you all back to City Skylines, the city of Drunkards. Right here in this lovely city where everyone is just constantly intoxicated. Welcome. What did we do last episode? Well, we were mostly trying to deal with the whole death problem. That seems to have ever so slightly subsided. Now, it's mostly just sort of watching the traffic. There's slight build-ups here and there. I've looked at this little section that we saw at the end of last episode. I think we saw it at the end of the last episode. I even watched it and just forgot. There we go, great. I think we saw it last episode. I've upgraded it ever so slightly. I've just added a highway right here. It seems to have worked out. They're having a few issues with the road just being a little bit too slow. That's fine. I also got rid of the connection right here and just changed it so the only way to go onto this main road is either through here, and also you can't go out this way, which is something else that I've changed. You can only go through it, which has gotten rid of the traffic lights, which was a major problem that has been resolved now thanks to changing that over. However, we can still get onto this road, or exit simply, by going onto this little highway section that I made right here. Merv is crawling all around me now, and it's really painful. And he just sort of slightly clip his claws ever so slightly. Not too much, because it can be quite dangerous. So you probably get someone professional to do it that he will actually let do it, which won't happen. And the traffic's building up again. Well, it's moving. I need to remember that it's moving. Wow, all these mopeds shouldn't be on the bloody motorway. Wow, they're going very quickly. They must have done something to them. It is definitely not good, whatever they did. Right, so yes, we have sort of Drunkard Hills right here. I feel like this is probably as good as it's going to get, since we can't really do much to this section right here. We could probably... No, we can't do much around here. I don't want to be too close. We can expand along this section, I suppose. But then again, I want to keep the highway sort of separated from the main work area. The game is so quiet now. I need to... Not the music, just sort of the ambience and a few effects. Probably not the chipper volume. I don't need that. Let's turn the music up ever so slightly. Is that too loud? Hopefully that's not too loud for everyone. I have a massive problem with the volume of this game, just because mostly it changes as you zoom in or out. It's never right. But there we go. I mean, it makes sense that it changes when you're zooming in and out. I'm not complaining so much about that, just that sometimes it can be too loud or non-existent. Looking around it seems to be okay. I really like looking at this area. Even though it's messy, I kind of like its messiness. I like its messiness. And we're looking over here. Yeah, I'm just sort of slightly paying attention to a few areas. Someone requested that I build a dam. What's this? Emptying is finished, right? So, oh no, I don't want to move you. What the hell? I want you to continue picking up rubbish. Yes, someone requested I build a dam. I've been talking about this a little while now. I don't trust this map, so I need to probably just save this map and see what's going to happen if I build the dam. But then again, that won't be too interesting. So I probably won't end up doing that. Instead, I'll just see what happens later on, and then, well, we'll get there. We're actually adding workers to this area. I just noticed this. A few people are coming into this section. That's really cool. I wonder if they've heightened their... Then again, I think it's not because we have uneducated workers. No, it's not. It's just because they can't find any other kind of job, which is quite depressing. Anyway, so we have Drunkton right here, which is going to be where we start expanding to next, since we have got a little bit of a demand for everything right now. And expanding over here is a good idea. I'm mostly worried about the train track, though, if I'm honest with you. I think what I should do is change it so the train track is elevated, so that we can have roads going through it, and also kind of look kind of cool. So that might be what I end up doing. In fact, I think that's definitely what I'm going to end up doing if trains would stop going on this road. Stop! There are so many trains. I just saw the train stop there. I didn't think it had that level. Wow, there's so many trains. It's getting really annoying now. I'm surprised there are so many. You wouldn't think there would be. Right, I'm going to pause right here. Okay, wait, maybe not. Right, it's fine. I don't think it matters. Right, let's just get rid of the train tracks all the way to around about... Yep, I know there's a train there. It's probably going to disappear. Yep, it did. So this section's kind of awkward. But it's fine. We can get rid of these areas and make sure they're still elevated. And then what we can do is we can find wherever the hell the train track is. It should be in here somewhere. There we go. I will find it eventually. Here we are. I'm trying to make this look not awkward, but I don't think that's possible. I don't want it to connect like that. Why must you curve? Why? Why must you curve? Right, that's fine. I can deal with that. Anyway, so now what we can do is... Oh, well, we're going to have to change this a little bit. Okay, didn't work out completely, did it? We need to make sure it's going in a straight line in this direction. All right, and then I guess it's going to meet up around about here. That's okay. I don't mind that so much. And then what we can do is we can have a nice little curve coming from here all the way to there. There we go. And then this train can come down at that point. Wrong selection. There we go. So now we've got a nice little bridge. That should be good for us because I think a road should be able to go underneath there. It can. Fantastic. So now what we need to do is make a connection along here via highway so that there's another way to get to this little section right here, which I'm also thinking of changing into highway. Are we going to have a roundabout here? How's a roundabout's really not working out right there? Wow! There is so much unnecessary traffic, including a bulldozer, which apparently has a right of way. Okay, well, changing this road into highway is probably a good idea. I don't need to change this one, though, I think. I could have it come from the roundabout, really. It's just the way this works. It's not great. Yeah, it's a bit messy. Mostly I'm sort of worried. I mean, what direction are they going? That way, okay. Some of them are going that way. It's sort of a bit of both, really. I guess because the highway's right here, they're going all the way around to get out. Some of them are, yes. This roundabout just has too many exits. That's the problem. We need to change the layout or the way this road's working, or the way this road's going to work. The only issue with that is, of course... Well, we could change it into sort of something similar to what we have over here. Because it's such a busy section, it pretty much connects a large portion of our map right here. We might want to change it into something that can hold the sort of vehicle types that we have around here. Probably of elevation as well, considering what we have right here. I think something adding elevation is definitely a good idea. Changing that is something I'm going to do in a bit. Before I do that, however, what I wish to do is sort of make a way... Which is probably just going to end up being one of these, really. It's going to be quite busy, though. We can upgrade these roads. I mean, this area is very busy, doesn't it? So, it's going to be quite high density around this area, though. Considering there's a very important sort of industry nearby, I reckon it needs to be quite high density. High density, good commercial, pretty much everywhere. And also, we do need some high density, like just a massive sort of city-wide zone. We've got these small little pockets here and there, but they're not doing amazingly well. I think mostly the problem is because of how much traffic they produce. But yes, I suppose I can do that. And then we can upgrade it later on if I feel the need to. The main issue I have right now is I'm going to have to delete these roads. Alright, there we go. And if we just sort of try and curve this off like that, there we go. And then we can just sort of delete these and see if we can get them to curve in ever so slightly. And if we find this, there we are. I forgot to start the timer again. There we go. I should really have not started the timer there now that I think about it, because now I'm going to completely forget. I mean, I guess this is going to be a longer episode than usual. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. I didn't want to cut. That's so. I keep cutting afterwards. You know what? It's going to make it nice and easy. It might look a little bit awkward, but it's fine. This bit's looking a bit awkward. So, let's do it from this direction. There we go. It's a little bit easier. We need to change the direction here as well. Okay. So that's a way to get into Drunkton, which is nice. Now, mostly, what I sort of need to worry about is the layout of Drunkton. And this... The layout of Drunkton. What have I got in mind here? Do I have a really busy sort of Cloverleaf roundabout right in the center? I think I do, yeah. Probably not a bad idea, really. I think I will end up doing that. It's going to help out quite a lot. And also, I really would like to have one of these Cloverleaf roundabouts. The problem with the Cloverleaf roundabout is... we're sort of trying... It's not that big of an area. Like, I would understand it sort of around about... Even then, that's not big. Like, right here, yeah, that's not bad. Right here... I just don't think that's the right place for it. Even a Cloverleaf roundabout right there is not going to work out for us. But then again, I think the issue I have is that I sort of want to keep all sides when I shouldn't really need to specify that, should I? No, that's a good point. I don't need to do that. What I should do is corner this off like that. Right, there we go. It's really cool looking. And then these two zones can sort of curve into this part. Because this is going to be a high density zone, I'm just sort of trying to prepare for the amount of traffic that's going to be coming through. Alright, so that's not too bad looking. We do need to change the directions, however. So that should be going that way, that should be going that way. Good. So now we've got this little section. Now, mostly, what we need to do is have sort of main roads hooked up to these. So we might want to spread them out a little bit. Yeah, so that's a good idea. If we chop these off... Of course, I don't need to chop those ones off, because this one here is going to go out to around about this area and probably come up to another roundabout, possibly. Yeah, this area could be a roundabout. Too many roundabouts. Too many roundabouts. Roundabouts are just cool. They look good. They fill up space. I like my roundabouts. Not too sure if you could tell. Seem to do that every single time I talk about roundabouts. I'm going to joke about roundabouts. It's a really big one right here. We kind of want the big one. Yeah, like that. Alright, and then we will make this into a highway road, because why not? Oh, no. Wrong road type. I think it already was highway. Yeah, it was. Okay, good. So what we will do is we'll chop this off ever so slightly and just make sure it sort of curves into the roundabout. We will have a section right here. The problem I'm going to have is the road types are not that great, are they? And right around here, we will sort of just curve this in like that. What I could do, just to alleviate some of the traffic through the roundabout, because this is mostly, the roundabout's mostly so that people can get on and off the highway, or the motorway right here. So having sort of a little off-road that's one way. It doesn't even need to be one way, does it? I don't think it does, no. People just want to get to the section right here. Then we could just connect it like that. It's one big straight road. Is that a good idea? I think it is a good idea. I think it's going to help out quite a lot. Take off some of the congestion from the people coming in from the roundabout that want to get to the industrial sector. So that's not a bad idea. So we'll continue to sort of stick to that, and then we'll upgrade it or do what we want. Which is most probably what's going to happen. Because it never works out. So right here is where... Do we want to keep the... I like them being a little bit further apart. What I don't like, however, is the directions are wrong. I knew that. There we go. That makes a lot more sense. So people coming off here, if they want to get back on the motorway, if they want to go that way, I don't know. I don't think they should really be doing that, but okay. We have a really big problem here. How can we help with that? Should we make a one-way highway going off to there? Or maybe just a one-way normal road? It doesn't be highway, does it? Well, the problem is you have more traffic lights, so... For some reason I didn't think of that. No one seems to be going that way anyway. Wait, that's odd. Why are they not going that way? We can make a little bridge. Connects up down there instead. Let's try that. Oh, I'm quite interested to see how this works out. So from here, we'll have a corner. Make sure the bridge looks good. There we go. Priorities are currently... well, prioritized. Alright, let's see if they even want to go through that road. Doesn't look like it. What are these signs? I think they're speed things. They're speed things. Not sure if you're aware of them. They don't seem to be doing much with that. Yeah, this area just sort of needs an upgrade, doesn't it? Yeah. Think about how much money that was in real life just to see if it would work. There'd be a lot more planning and smarter people doing it, though, so shouldn't really be expecting that. Okay. So we can have a sort of long-ish road right here. And what we can have is the way to get on and off should be fairly clean. So this road should go along here. And then this section, so sure have a one-way system going on with it. So there we go. So we've got a one-way system. It's sort of going around here. It's a nice area. And we could probably have some sort of single roads here as well going into the center. Yeah, maybe they... Yeah, that's good. So we've got a centerpiece right here. We could get a mall in there now that I think about it, since I think that is something you can buy. Yes, right here. Mall of Moderation. So the mall is not so posh, but lots of small, cheap shops required for building the medical center. What else can we have? Transport tower, okay. Anything else of luxury? Tax office. Civil servants work tirelessly in the tax office to optimize the taxes to your liking. Requirements for building the fusion power plant. Interesting. Okay. It's not a bad idea. It's pretty cool as well. Tax office right there. Is that a good idea? Generates a lot of noise, but we can have some commercial around the tax office. Am I getting anything from this? It's not too much weekly upkeep. Uses up lots of water, though. And electricity. We have the Opera House. The Opera House might... I like how the Opera House doesn't produce that much power. Not power. Doesn't produce... Oh, that's very expensive, though. Can we... I don't think we can afford the Opera House. That's mostly for tourism, but I think the tax house would probably be more worthwhile. Stadium. It's a very small stadium. Like a rugby ball. Anyway. Tell you what, I'm going to put the mall in here. Because it makes sense. Oh, no. Well, the mall won't work there. Because it's slightly off. Okay, you know what? I think the tax house is probably the next thing then. Since it's not slightly off. Alright, so there we go. We'll build the tax house right here. Kind of cool. Might not end up working out the aesthetics, since it's more of sort of a town hall kind of design, but oh well. At least I've got some sort of special building this area, and it does look quite nice there. So now, what we need to do is have some... This is the bit of a problem here. It's going to cause a few issues here. Unless we make it so the exits are all the way down here. Or the entrance is all the way down here. I don't know what the best way to do it is, other than just sort of connect off. There we go. We did it. That's the way to get on and off, and I suppose. I think the way to get off can be a lot further away. That's something I need to do. Let's just have it go down here and connect up from there. So there we go. I don't think that's a bad idea. And then we'll change its direction, of course. So that it makes sense. There's just sort of a nice bit of space. It doesn't look great, which is the only problem I have. So what I might do is actually just delete that and make it look a bit nicer. And if we have a last resort... That's slightly off. I spend most of my episodes just making sure things are at least a little bit aesthetically... Oh, it's still horrible. Maybe this one's the problem. Needs to be some sort of mirror tool, so you can see what it would look like if you did it the other way. That'd be too convenient. Then the way I wanted it to work wouldn't work. So there we are. Right, okay. So we got that section, which is pretty cool. So it's working out. And now we have... What we should have is sort of a nice little circle going around a few of the main parts here. And then it should just sort of end up. So what we should do is have this sort of go out, sort of corner off around here, round about here. And then, no, well, it should be elevated. So around about there. Yeah, it's a good place for it. Right, and then the real problem is sort of going over. Do we need to go over or just under? Under's not a bad idea, because that can be where we end up connecting off. I don't want it to do that, though. Let's take off the free. There we go. So it sort of goes under again. It's not going to be that pretty, is it? But oh well. Oh well. Not going to be pretty at all. Let's have it go over instead. It might look a bit nicer. Yeah, it's a bit nicer. And then just sort of come around here. We can end up hooking off around about there as well. It's not a bad idea. We can have ourselves another roundabout around here, and then that's another way to get over there from this section. That might even mean that some of the vehicles coming from here are going to drop off and go through there in order to get to this area. It might be something we end up doing. The thing I like most about this is that we have the utility to do that in the future. Now we'll go up a little bit. It's not great. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, which is unfortunate. But it's kind of cool. So it's all worth it. Now we can have ourselves a little roundabout here. And that can just be sort of a big office block, essentially. We will upgrade this to sort of this kind of road. One way. So that's what we did over here, isn't it? Yeah, that's what we got over there. So sort of something like that. Maybe another one right here. Oh no, the train track's right there. I can't do that. That's fine. So from this section, this one's going to be a little bit more awkward. But then again, it could end up fixing itself over here. So we'll get this road. And have this curve off as well. Just have it go along like that. And we can have a smaller road around the outskirts again, I think. No, we don't have to. This is meant to be a sort of more impressive area. There we are. So that's what we have along here. And then these two can connect. Like that. And another one right here. Beautiful. So we have this giant middle section right here that we're not really doing much with. So what we can do from there... We shouldn't have too much traffic. It seems like it's going to be fairly well contained. It's not a bad idea to keep these bits blocked off now that I'm looking at it. We can add stuff there later on. Mostly I'm just sort of worried about the noise generation. And then from here... No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go for a corner. There we go. That's nice. That's really cool looking. And then from here we can... Is that a good idea? I'm going to just hope it works out. I mean, it's a way for us to get that connected, I suppose. So we've done it now. I suppose we can get that done as well. Although the way it transitions isn't great. Should probably upgrade these roads just to make it work out a little bit more. So we've got two ways to get to the industrial estate now, I suppose. Or the industrial sector. We've got a cool train going through. Our soon-to-be highly... Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Anyway, that's what I'm trying to say at this point. We can have ourselves another one of these roundabout areas, which is nice. It's one of those roundabout areas. Just to take up space. We'll delete it like that. Upgrade it like this. Only one way. Don't know if it's going the right way, but oh well. And this one can sort of go out like this. And another one over here. Well, not like that. We can have... Not like this. Can anything else go around here? Smaller roads, sure. But it's going to be unnecessary. It really is. This roundabout's too small. Yeah, let's get rid of this roundabout. Let's instead just have another one of these one-way sections. Sort of just straight road, sort of one way. There we go. It takes up space and is kind of unusually cool to look at. It's the same with this area. It's not too symmetrical. There's something about it just works. It uses up space. Although I guess this could be a bit better. Okay, maybe not. I take back everything I said. There we go. So it's close enough. And that should do the job right there. And then we'll have this one continue to go up, although we'll delete this part. Nope, don't want to delete that one. Why am I still in the delete tool? Wrong thing. Ah, I'm panicking! Okay. There we go. Do we want to connect these up? I think we do. Maybe from this middle section. Yeah, that's nice. I don't want to connect up that roundabout any more than I really need to, though. That roundabout's probably going to have a few problems. Just because there's so many ways to get to the highway right here. But that's fine. And we can just keep going with this. And then from that section, we can come down here. It's quite convoluted, isn't it? Maybe unnecessary, but then again, I think we're going to have a few smaller roads as well, sort of taking up some of these other spots. This bit I'm going to sort of leave. Don't completely like the way that curves off. I just sort of take over that bit. There we go. It's a bit nicer looking there. We'll see about that. I'm not sure how I feel about it. How do I feel about this entire area? It's alright. I'm not sure how necessary this is, though. Feels kind of unnecessary, but cool to look at, so worth. Now we just need to have a few off-ramps to get on this. On and off it. One right there is not a great spot. Like, they're both not great spots just because they should be on sort of longer stretches. So, like, down here. So that's one way to get... That's a way to get off the ramp. I wonder if there are traffic lights. No, that's fine. One way to get off. This way is to get on. Sure. I'm okay with that. Am I? Am I really? Are you okay with that? Call your doctor. One right here to get onto it. One right there to get off. I don't like that one getting off as well. Just feels unnecessary. Especially with just how close it is to this roundabout. We'll try it out. We can always edit around it later. I think this is there's a better idea if this one went on, and at the same time if it was upgraded just because it's close to the roundabout. So you tell you what, we'll delete this, and instead we will make it into a highway. There we go. That's a much better idea. And we'll still make it an off-ramp off, and it'll just be this side. There we go. As for this section, I think the same rule applies around here. Just make it a highway off. There we go. I like the way the... Oh, that's so cool looking! Oh, wow. Anyway. Should I have it on this side instead? Probably a better idea. Because the industry vehicles... Oh, no, the industry vehicles are going to want to get off, though, aren't they? Yeah, that's a much better point, I feel. Yeah, all the sort of trucks now might come down here and drop off here or pick up or whatever. So I'd rather get off on this side. I imagine we are going to have a few problems. So this... Excuse me, I burped a bit there. My apologies. We need a way to get on here. So there we go. And should down here be the way to just get back on again? I don't think that should be the case. We should be able to get off. That's the way to get on. So really, it should be the way to get off and then the way to get on. And we should have it on this long stretch of road. So there we go. Like that. Bit close to one another, though. Probably not a great idea. And then another one to get onto this building here. But if they want to get back on it, then... Well, is there any harm in having one coming off here or around about here? I don't think there's any harm in it. I do like the way it's connected, though. It's kind of cool, original. Interesting. There are multiple ways of transporting us around. Now we just need to get the utilities set up. So we'll get one along the motorway, even though we don't need one along the motorway, but I have money, I think. I do, I have 2 mil. Although, maybe it's just the start of the game. Okay, it hasn't seemed to be affected yet. I need to pay more attention to the maintenance on my roads. Well, do I? I feel like it's a good idea. But it might be a load of old arse, so I don't know. Right, so we'll follow the highway road right here. Big stretch. Okay, we're roughly following the road. I'm doing a piss poor job of it. But imagining... Oh, well, imagine... Or imagining... imagining I'm doing it well. What? What does that mean? What are you? I don't know. Down here. Now, I do like how it's not the only way to get around these sort of areas. They're still connected in some way. It's just, it is the best way to get around. And it's sort of a new style of building. I don't usually do this with motorways that much. I need to utilize sort of the elevation of the game a little bit more. I'm worried there's going to be just so much congestion because there's so many ways to get back onto the motorway. Or it might be the exact opposite. It might be because there's so many ways to get onto the motorway, there's a lack of congestion, which is great if that ends up being the case. But it probably won't end up being the case. It'll end up going horribly wrong. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for watching me, the Innkeeper Place City Skylines. We've done, well, not too much, but we have got the layout done for our Drunkton area right here, which is going to be very important, and it's going to be probably the first area that won't have any low density housing. It's just going to be high density. That's it. High density housing, high density commercial, and then the oil industry right here, which is unfortunately dwindling. Yeah, most of the oil has been removed, unfortunately. Or I think so. I'm not just sure how long until they last when they've got the oil. It went by very quickly, so something's telling me they hold on to the oil for a very long time before it actually runs out. I need to double check on how that actually works. Other than that, we have some farmland right here we might want to take... sort of, well, make use of. Might end up doing that. Grabbing this oil island type right here might not be a bad idea, because we already have industry near. Well, we have people nearby, which should be great. Oh, at the same time, we should have another university down here. I think that's a good idea, because it's so high density, and it looks like at the moment we are sort of trying to strive for a highly educated... Well, no, we don't want highly educated. We just want educated. Which we have loads of. That's great. 40% educated. That's perfect. Right now. Just increasing density is the main problem. And right now, density around here is not that great. That's mostly for the uneducated, though, honestly. This area could do with a few upgrades, I suppose. Well, actually, this is education. I thought this was density for some reason. We'll have to look at that population. I don't look at density enough. Oh, there we go. Land value is probably what I'm looking at. Yeah. Really good around here, though. Wow, it's amazing. These sort of very light blue areas. Slowly turning into green. Like, these sections, they are the best places to be. Look at that house. It's awesome looking. Some of these people are just posh twats. Of course, this person copied that one. Wow. What a massive bastard. I only say that because if I saw this house first, then I'll be saying this house copied that, or this guy copied that, or this person copied that person. Anyway. There's still lots to be done, however, on the sort of older regions of our drunk city right here, full of intoxicated people. Funny enough, no traffic incidents. That's something the game is missing out on, really. Is it? Do we want to have more traffic jams? I don't know about that. I need to fix this, because this is really bad, so I need to get around to doing that. I might do it off camera, I don't know. But we will see. I have this new area right here, which is really cool looking. Someone's going to go over here. Oh, no, just going straight ahead. And we have this new roundabout, which might work out, might not. But at least we have multiple ways to... Yeah, this is already screwing up. And there's not even that many people going around here, so... Might need to change this to a roundabout. Or we have some sort of weird, crazy highway thing going on. We will see. It's moving, I suppose. But it's just kind of slow. Tell you what, we could probably disconnect this as well to stop that. We really could disconnect this. There's a way to get to it from here. We can at least disconnect this side. Yeah, because I would rather them get off from here. It will at least utilize this road a little bit more, so they're not fully congesting this one, which might help out. Apparently there's a bit of crime going on down there. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit distracted right now. Saying a lot right now. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for watching. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter for all that good stuff. And Twitch for live streams. I just massive brain fart just then. I have been the Innkeeper. You've all been fantastic. Yeah, I think that's it. It's been an absolute pleasure. Have a good one. Goodbye.